Ẹ káàárọ̀ gbogbo ilé. Mo rí àwọn comment kan and àwọn DMs tó jẹ́ direct message ní ọ̀dọ̀ mi nípa ìgbà tí mò ń kí àwọn èèyàn àtàwọn blogs tó ń celebrate me, ẹnìkan ní why will you mention that woman's name first? I don't want to believe that you're associating with her, ṣá. Ṣé kò ń ṣe pé associate pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣá? No. Let's be diplomatic in our relationship and dealing with people. I actually celebrated all blogs tó ń kí mi fún ọjọ́ bí. Mo dẹ̀ sọ mo ní in the order of bí mo ṣe rí lórí page wọn. Mi ti post ẹ̀ láti ìdájí tó ṣe pé rọ̀lẹ́ mo tó rí ni mo list ẹ̀ jọ sínú jọ́tà mi. Moreover, woman tẹ́ ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọn yìí, precisely Madam TNT, a whole lot of you do not know the impact tí iṣẹ́ ìyá yẹn ní on my own iṣẹ́ too. I understand the fact that personally I'm a certified counselor. I've been to professional schools on guiding and counseling, on sex and moral, behavioral therapy, and narcissism. I also had a certificate on drug-free. That was when I got to know that àwọn tó máa ń mutí mu sìgá yẹn tó ń bá dàgbà, it will have detrimental effect on their sex life. And apart from my PhD research work, that woman's work has been very, very much helpful for me. She started before me. Mo rí èèyàn kan tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa wọn lórí page ẹ̀ some 2 years ago pé àwọn tẹ́ ẹ bá táwọn náà ń sọ̀rọ̀ kínní ṣe bí wọn kì í ṣe no. Wọn bá mi, èmi mo bá wọn. And the time that I started, I was completely naive because I was a grown-up celibate. I picked interest in sex and moral talks in 2015 when I went for NYSC. That was about 10 years ago. Because my CDS group then was Reproductive Health HIV/AIDS. Ni group me. So a máa ń jáde, lọ máa ń ṣe awareness on sexual purity, moral, we educate school girls, etc. Personally, I read biology, and there is no system of ara tí mi lè teach. Reproductive system, circulatory system, muscular system, digestive system, skeletal system, respiratory system. Kò sí system to make up organism that I cannot teach. But one thing that I noticed in people's reaction is that they were feeling uncomfortable. I understand the fact that she's a traditionalist and we have different religious beliefs, but the scientific part of her work has really helped me so much. I'm telling you. When she talks, I pick the pickables and leave the leavables. Ìgbà tí a kúrò ní CD tá a ṣe NYSC tó ń gbà yẹn, that was 2015. I had a kind of feeling in my spirit that there is a call upon my life to do this, and many of the people tó mọ̀ mí dáadáa wọ́n mọ̀ pé tract mo máa ń pín, I share tract, I do write up, and most time mo máa ń ṣe short video clips. It was lockdown then. Lo drag gbogbo wa wá online, the offline lèmi ti ń ṣe evangelism tèmi. So from that 2015 fast forward to 2019 was the first time I came across that video. Emma, when you have a call on your head and you have a burden in your heart and you don't know how to actualize or actually start it, probably because of your status or because of your religious belief, but people are dying. Your mama feel unfulfilled ne? Because initially I didn't know how to start, because theory is different from practical. No matter the qualification you cannot compare. So I first saw her first video in 2019. I'm saying this just like an open confession. It's not for validation. Because a lot of people who go yan bí èèyàn burúkú. But nígbà tá àwọn èèyàn bá ń drag èèyàn kan tàbí tán ń sọ̀rọ̀ àìdánpa èèyàn kan, that is what makes me different from every other person. I sit down, look at what is happening around the person, and look for how to bring something meaningful out of what the person is doing. When she does her things, giants in faith, they are rushing down to that platform to solve 1 or 2 problems, Tony. And that burden has been in my heart. Fast forward to 2019. Timori first video one. I started following her, and of course, it doesn't affect me, my nature as a person. because God is able, and the belief system tani, the foundation tani in faith really helped me a lot, and the kind of nature that I am. I don't do what other people are doing. Even at birth, everybody were coming through head. Me, I came through leg. So fast forward to 2022. I've always create my own content, direct my video, do my write-up. But in 2022, nígbà tí lady tó dáná sọ́kọ ẹ̀ lóṣogbo yẹn tọ́rọ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀, I was pained. Mo wá feel guilty nínú ọkàn mi pé, assuming I have started this thing, probably this thing wouldn't have happened. That was ìgbà tí mo ṣe video kan gbà yẹn, video yẹn tó viral, táwọn èèyàn bully me, even the religious bodies, the unit I belong to in church, everyone got angry at me. But the spirit says continues, which I do. And no matter the amount of journals I read, research, whatever, Madam TNT's work, the practical part of her work actually is instrumental to my own. Because most of the time when she does her things, I listen, jot down certain things, I do more research, and I know she's actually saying the correct things scientifically. Even though she has the different religious belief and her belief system is different from ours, but scientifically you can never rule out some part of our works, and it has helped us thus far. So, and we in academics, that has been part and parcel of us. One thing I have learned about our profs is that even when you are saying something that is not correct, they will look for how to bring sense from that nonsense. And what she does is full of senses. And as an academic person that I am, as an intellectual, I learned a lot from that woman. Me, sorry lafefe. I'm just saying it for the first time on air. Most of the things I heard from her work was instrumental to my own. Because 2022, 2020, 21, 22, I said I came across her video first in 2019. Despite that I have had that bothering my heart since 2015 when I went for NYSC. I've never met her before. We cannot even be friends because she's a mother. Ọmọdé ò lè lọ má gbà lọ́rẹ̀ kí n máa ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní. No, she's not a friend, she's a mother, and whichever thing that we have against her due to her religious belief, it still does not erase the scientific part of our work. You understand? When science says this is this thing, you cannot change it. Personally, I mark WAEC. I mark practical biology 3 1 mark. Tabawa ní 3 days coordination tamanshi. Every marker we attend 3 days coordination. The marking scheme will be there. That marking scheme is the Bible for that time. So, ní coordination, content agree, this is what we are marking. You cannot say you want to cancel it for the candidates. If not, you go and remark the whole packet. Remark. So why will you cancel a point that a candidate has written? He say you didn't mark it, and that is what they are marking in the whole West Africa. So because your team leader will ask you to go and remark. To buy a script in your mistake. Packets. Most script they will have to go and remark the whole packet because they believe since they have made mistake on one script, but candidate to say exam ni center yẹn ló ti ṣe mistake lórí script wọn. The reason why I made that illustration is that when something is right scientifically, nobody can change it between the comfort of his own room. Moral, hormones, sex hormones, the oxytocin, dopamine, endorphin, the way it reacts on men's body system is different from that of a woman. And it is fact throughout the world. The most illustrations marking yẹn pé o lè sọ pé tí o bá ti cover ẹ̀mí mi fún. If that is what we agreed on the coordination day, or that was the agreement that we had and the marking scheme says mark it, you mark. Tó o bá cancel ẹ̀, wàá padà lọ remark gbogbo script náà ni o lọ remark. Because that is the fact that everybody is marking, both in Nigeria, Gambia, Uganda, Ghana, and all West Africa. Tó ti ń ṣe WAEC. So nǹkan tó wà scientifically correct, anywhere torí inú ń bí wọ ọ̀fẹ́ ṣe ń jẹ. That is not how to learn. So I'm saying this for us to know that Madam TNT's work was instrumental to my own, because the practical aspect of our work, I learned from her. Because personally, then I was so naive, even though I was so educated and I read that same field, you understand, but theory is not practical. If not that God has raised somebody to do that practical aspect of this work, and I sit down learn from her, that's why me only join multitude láti drag anybody, even on air, because you don't know that maybe that is the person that God has said you will learn from for the fulfillment of your own assignments. This is not a validation to me, to her, or to anybody. And I know that me doing this video, I might offend certain people who have. In fact, there was a time I think she was celebrating her birthday. I greeted her. Some people came to my DM and said, "Hey, come and associate more. Hope you know it's again. Why did you? No. Hello, me at any. Why did you come that level to come and associate? There is no association on her. But when somebody is ignorant of something, it's good to make them know. A lot of people do not know that woman's work was actually instrumental to my own. I understand the fact that I studied in this line, and it is a call because it is more of inspiration than certificates. Notwithstanding, our work was instrumental to mine. I can say it in anywhere, even on national TV. Yes, because what I don't know practically, there's an extent to which you can understand it. But some part of our work has really helped me too. We are learning every day. We have so many professors. Atheist. Are you going to say because your prof is an atheist? We have different teachers, different lecturers, intellectual people that have a different religious belief to our own. We have no choice. We have to learn from them. I know she's a traditionalist, but one day she can just submit to the Lordship of Christ and become a Christian. But when it comes to the scientific part of our work, the practical aspect of that work, I've really learned a lot from it. And I met her in that work. She started before me, and I learned from her. This is a kind of open confession, or no, I'm a truth sayer. Some people might feel bad hearing this. No. I'm sorry if I offended you with this, but our work was instrumental to my own. Kò sí topic tí mo ṣe tán tí kọ́kọ́ ṣe lórí page wọn. Àwọn tó bá ti ń tẹ̀lé mi ti pẹ́ láti 2019, 2020, 2022 yẹn. Ẹ lọ kíyèsí. There is no topic I treat here that she has not treated on her page. But báwọn she treat her yàtọ̀, because I share the same religious belief. So you are benye, and that is it. So we don't talk every time. In fact, the very first time we talk was when she called to make peace between me and that woman that I gave my page to. I think that was about 2 years ago. Woman to manage page me or Shelley. She called me to make peace. That was the very first time we ever spoke. And since then, maybe once in a while, we have to birthday. Make a public story. So please let us always, be at peace with people, and all the same, let's maintain our integrity. As many people don't say, this woman's work is making people do bad thing. Bad thing, bad thing. Because ever since I've been following her, it doesn't change my nature. I told you that I was a full-grown celibate then, and it doesn't change anything about me. Nature is real, I understand, but in country so please, feel bad. It's not as if, just like I've said earlier on, she cannot be my friend. She can only be a mother because she's elderly. She's elderly, and she loves everybody. I believe she might have her own lapses or weaknesses, which I have also. Everyone has. But I've learned a lot from her. the strength, the courage, the boldness, the audacity to speak this. I understand that tó bá yẹ mi ò wà adamant ni, mi ò wà rigid ni, mi ò stubborn ni, I would have been shifted away from this thing I'm doing, because mo mọ bá àwọn religious bodies ṣe bá mi jàǹgbà yẹn tó ń bínú sí mi, especially those ones that knows my background, and they were so surprised that Pastor Bose can be saying all of this. Orí ọ̀fẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni, passion dẹ̀ ni, mo dẹ̀ ti ní lọ́kàn ti pẹ́, but how to actualize it became a burden nínú ọkàn mi until that day tí mo come across video wọn. And when she speaks things that is beyond my own religious belief, I just leave it. Then I pick the scientific pickables of her presentation, and it has helped us thus far. So we have people like that in the society, and we love them. We are praying for them that there will be peace. As much as that, we also learn to face the actualization of our own assignments, to the fulfillment of our assignments in life. So it is well with us. Thank you, guys.